It's Oral Mackenzie for those who don't know me. And if it's your first time on our live stream, let us know where you're actually tuning in from. And I just want to know that if you guys are able to see me properly and if you're also been able to hear me properly. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm actually checking the chat to make sure that you guys are actually seeing me and hearing me properly. We're just gonna get straight into it. Just let us know where you're actually tuning in from and what's the weather like in your part of the world and all of that. So just so that we're not complete stranger, I'm gonna share a little bit of my story with you guys. So I saw the network marketing industry well over 3 years now. And at the time, when I was looking at the network marketing industry, I had two main problems in my life. I don't know where you guys are in your life right now or how this live stream will be able to add value to you. But I had two main problems. Number one, I was in $4 million debt. If you guys can resonate with that, if you ever owe people money before and you can't sleep at night, let me know in the chat. So that was one of the main problem I had 3 years ago when I was looking at the information. Number two problem I had was that I was actually sick. I had stroke. I spent 11 days in the university hospital. But even though I was seeing the network marketing industry from a complete stranger, I took a leap of faith and got started. Now with the teamwork and the mentorship and all of that put together, along with my effort, I was able to enroll 35 people told me yes. And that 35 people multiplied to well over 400 people globally. Now, the money I make from the industry, I was able to use that to pay down more than 70% of my debt, and it's just have been an amazing journey. So that is where we are right now, but where are we going? I'm definitely want to use this industry to impact at least 100,000 people life worldwide. And I want to turn at least 1,000 of them into first time US millionaire. So that's where we are actually going with this network marketing industry. But we're going to dive deep into the topic of how to actually get your spouse to support you. That's what we'll be talking about today on the live stream. So I'm just going to double check in the chat to see where you guys are actually tuning in from to make sure you guys are hearing me and seeing me properly. So I'm just checking the chat right now real quick. So I can see that Monique is on the call. Big up yourself, Monique. You're actually tuning in from Central Village. Is that the case? I'm seeing that Tanis Dunbar is on the line. She's saying she's seeing and hearing properly. So we're all good. We're all check. And guys, anything you have to add to that topic? It doesn't have to be network marketing. It could be anything else. How is it that you get your spouse to actually buy into your vision and want to follow exactly what you want to do? So let me know in the chat what you think is the best method to actually get your spouse to follow you on any journey that you're taking when it's even something that they're not interested in. Because that's what we'll be talking about today. You guys see what I mean? So I'm just reaching for one of the book that actually helped me with this. So in the network marketing industry, oftentimes this is what I see happen. One spouse will see the information about network marketing and become interested in it from one of his best friend or co-worker or associate. He will go to the next spouse and is trying to explain to the next spouse what in network marketing is all about. And oftentimes, because it's not done professionally, and the person's like trying to vomit all the information onto the next spouse with no experience, what happens is that the next spouse will say, "You're not interested." And let me tell you, when the person that you love the most tell you that they're not interested in what you are so excited about and want to do, right there and then, most persons just quit their dreams and don't want to do it anymore. So it end right there for most persons. So what I always encourage persons to do, if you see some amazing information and you're not the one that make the decision in your household, what we encourage you to do is to actually invite the next partner to see the information professionally and hope that they will want to make the decision to do it. But if you are the one that make the decision in the house, you can just go ahead and do it. And I'm going to show you what is going to happen along the line and how you can actually get them to support your dreams, buy into your dreams, want to follow exactly what you're doing. If you guys, is it am I making sense to you guys so far? Let me know in the chat and let's have a conversation about this. How you get your spouse to buy into exactly what you're doing and want to support you. So you're going to have to develop some skills. When I just get started in the industry, and what happened to me is that my wife and I actually saw the information the same exact time, but she wasn't that interested. But I was the one that saw the vision and get it right away and wanted to do it. But my skills weren't too good in actually influencing her to do it. So what helped me the most, before I'm actually going to share with you guys some advanced tips as to how to get them to follow you, is I read this book. And this book really put things into perspective for me, not just only about your spouse, anybody at all. And it's a book that's called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. It will help you a lot in actually getting them to buy into your vision as your spouse, somebody that you want to do it with you. You guys see what I mean? So when I just started, she was like, that's a pyramid scheme. She gave me all the excuses. She will say that's a pyramid scheme. It doesn't work. Things like that don't work. And if you're not strong, you literally would want to stop. She will start complaining about she's not getting enough time with me, and she's not seeing where the money is coming in. Because remember, when you just get started, you're not going to be making a lot of money, and she will have a lot of complaints and negativity that will actually wear you down and make you want to give up. So how is it that you're going to actually overcome all of that and being able to become successful and also get her to follow your success? What is it that you have to do? What you guys think? Let me know in the chat. If you ever experienced anything like this before, like you want to do something, but your partner is not interested in it, they don't catch the vision and they don't follow it. If you ever experienced anything like that before, let us know in the chat. If you have any questions, put them in the chat. Feel free to let us know what have been your experience. So as I said, she wasn't too interested in what I was doing, and I couldn't really get her to follow the vision. So the first piece of advice I have to give to you if you're experiencing anything like that is that number one, you want to make them experience the product. Let them experience the product and see if the product will actually help them in wanting to tell their friends about it and wanting to do it. So in our company, the product is vacation, it's travel. So I don't know what about your guys' company, what the product is, but if you want them to start following you, you have to let them experience the product. Take them on a trip, let them use the product. So what I did, I offer her to take her on a trip. And guess what? She was saying that it doesn't work, but she actually came on the trip. So let's show you guys a quick snap of her on the trip. And then I'm gonna actually show you another. I'm gonna continue. But let the chat be interactive. Ask questions because I also learn from you guys when you talk in the chat. So here's us on a trip. Here's the deal, guys. You got one life to live. And see when time you pass away, the only thing your friends and family is gonna remember is the memories that you guys created together. So right now we are creating some amazing memories. You know where we are right now? We are in the North Coast at Holiday Inn, all inclusive. You know what I mean? All you can eat, all you can eat, all you can drink. Just having an amazing time. You're missing out. Big up to Dream Trips, you see what I mean? What you want to do? You want to actually take them on a trip. You guys are able to hear the audio for that? Let me know in the chat if you're able to hear the audio or not. Now, the next thing that I want to do in network marketing, most companies have what is called seminar, they have a training event, they have something to show brand new people what to do. What you want to do is to actually take them on one of that also. Take them at a training event. When they get to the training event, they will get to interact with other people who are like minds like you, and they will probably get to see the big vision of the company and get to see all of that and stuff like that. So you want to actually let them experience the product and take them around people that are like you, like-minded people, and they probably start a conversation with somebody, talk to somebody, and they will hear from somebody else perspective. Not only that, they will actually see that a lot of persons other than you that just get started is actually winning with a network marketing company. So you want to take them to a training event. So that's exactly what I did. I take them to a training event. So this is her at a training event.
Tanisha, the husband is looking, so you have to represent.
So what so what would it go from me? Anyway, what I learned today is to let go of my fear. I have a fear that I don't like hearing no. So when I ask person, them tell me no, I feel like I don't want to ask no more person. So let go of my fear.
Okay.
What she's actually saying is not that they don't really want to support you, is that the fear is holding them back. And I read a book that is called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill that talk about the sixth fear, the ghost of the sixth fear that is holding them back. Because in their mind, it's all in their mind. Now, I see a question in the chat where Tanis is asking, what if you bring them to a training event or let them experience the product and they still don't want to support you or follow you? That is just one um thing that you're gonna do. That's the first thing I did. That's the first thing you will try. Some spouse at that time they will start to follow you, but some won't. So I'm gonna share with you some other stuff that you can actually do to get them to want to follow you. So guys, let me know in the chat if you're actually adding value to you, if you have any questions or anything like that that you would definitely want to ask. So here's the problem. Yeah, I saw that you have a type of error, Tanis. You should have said product instead. So the problem is you have to understand. First, I want you to understand that the network marketing industry is not something that was taught in school. It was not taught in school, so don't expect your spouse to be readily accepting it and know what to do. It is even worse if they're not actually familiar with business, because most of us are taught to go to school, get good grades, and get a job, work for 40 years, and when we finish, we get 40% as pension and stuff like that for 40 hours per week. Most of us are starting 40, 40, 40, 40, 40. So you have to understand that this is new to them. They don't understand it. They don't know anybody that is successful with it. You just get started with it, so they're not going to follow you. So the first thing I want you to do is to actually bear with them to know that it's new to them and they don't understand. Don't be thinking that they're not really wanting to support you. It's just that they don't understand. And what you want to do, the first thing I mentioned, is to actually let them experience the product, take them to a training event where they'll actually be around other persons that are winning at a very high level. So if you complete those two and they're still not following you, what exactly you think you're gonna do? What's the next step? What else can you do? Let me know in the chat what you think. What else can you do? See, Amanda Carr is on the call and she's saying great stuff. Big up yourself, girl. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about how to get. Amanda, have you ever experienced anything like this? Let me know in the chat. You want to do something, but your spouse don't want to do it, and they're not very supportive. What you gonna do? Are you gonna quit? So, what we share so far is that you make it experience a product, take them to a training event, or you actually need just to understand that. Listen, they don't understand it. They were not taught it in school. It's not something that they start in school. Now, the next piece of advice that I want to give to you that will help you to actually influence them. And remember that one thing is that when you read the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, you want to use these skills to help you, to get them to support you. The next thing I want you to do is to ask them permission to cut you some slack and to give you some time to be successful with this. So you like say something like this to them. Babes, I know you don't understand this. I know it's kind of foreign to you and it's not what we went to school for and you're not sure if it's gonna work. But here's what I would like you to do. I know that you don't believe in the company. I know that you don't believe in the product in the industry, nothing like that. But here's what I want you to do. I want you to believe in me. I want you to believe in me and actually give me 1 year, 2 year, or 3 year, any amount of time that you think you need to work hard to actually achieve success with this before they start following you. So you need to have a conversation with them and say, listen, I need you to believe in me and I need you to give me X amount of time. And you got to make sure that you produce during this X amount of time. Let me know if that piece of advice would make sense to you guys. Let me know in the chat if that piece of advice actually makes sense to you guys. That's exactly what I had to do. Because they're going to be very nagging in your ears. So I'm actually watching the chat and before I move on to give you guys the next piece of advice. So just so that you guys are following, if you're just jumping on, we're actually looking at what you can actually do to get your spouse to actually support you in network marketing, something that they have never seen before. You first want to educate yourself by reading the book How to Think, or reading the book How to Win Friends and Influence People. You want to let them experience the product. I'm just running through quickly if you're just coming on. You definitely want to take them to a training event around other persons and you want to understand that it is new to them. Next thing you want to do is to just ask them up front to believe in you. Just believe in you and cut you some slacks and actually see if you'll be able to come off with success. Now, one thing I want to actually share with you guys, the last thing I'm going to actually share with you guys, and then if you guys have any questions or stuff like that, we can actually go through them. Now, after you've done all of that, here's what I want to let you guys know. You see, if they're saying that it doesn't work and the product is not good, if you go out and be so successful till they can't ignore you, you were actually earning, say, at the 9 to 5, you're earning 200,000 Jamaican dollars or 2,000 US Jamaican dollars. And you went out and be so successful with this network marketing company, whichever network marketing company you are in, that you're now earning 30,000 US dollars per month, $50,000 US per month. You're so successful, leading massive team of hundreds of thousands of people all around the world. Are you saying to me that if you have that kind of success, your spouse will still not be supporting you? Is there anybody on this call that believe that if they have massive success with the network marketing industry, their spouse will still not be following them? Let me know in the chat. I'm actually watching the chat. So that is the greatest piece of advice I can give to you guys. You want to be so successful with it, massive amount of success, and then they will have no choice to see that it work and they will want to follow you. Because it's come down to one thing. They don't believe that it worked. If you give them a guarantee that, listen, if you talk to 2 people per day for the next 1 year, I'm going to pay you $30,000 per month. Everybody would do it. So why is it that when you show them the plan, they don't want to do it? It's come down to believe, and they don't know much about the company and all of that. So, guys, let me know in the chat. I see one person is actually laughing and saying no. But I'm telling you that they will actually follow you guys. So, those are the piece of advice that I have to give to you guys as it relates to if your spouse is actually not supporting you in your network marketing company, you definitely want them to start supporting you coming in 2021 and you want to do some massive move. So let me know in the chat if you guys have any questions, any concern, any questions you want to ask me. Just gonna give you guys an extra 2 minutes for that. Then we're gonna close out this live stream. I just want to say to you guys, thanks for actually jumping on to the live stream. We want to do this live stream every day, but you know how things go. Sometimes life will get in the way, but we definitely want to actually do a live every day and create a community over here and add as much as my knowledge that I can add to you. I definitely want to add it to you because I know that knowledge, the application of knowledge, is definitely powerful. Knowledge by itself is kind of useless, but when you apply the knowledge that you learn, it becomes very powerful. So I'm always reading a lot of books. I'm always getting a lot of information. I'm always working on myself. And what I'll be doing is just to actually share those information with you guys over here on this community. So if you don't have, I'm not seeing any questions coming from the chat. If there are no questions, I want to say thanks again for tuning on, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow at the same time. We go live 8 o'clock every day. So I'm actually checking out the chat. And guys, remember my new book is coming out probably about 65 days from now, where I'll be going deep into my entire life story. It will be available on Amazon for sale and all of that. You guys can put in your order from now, most definitely, and stuff like that. Where there's a ton of stuff you will be learning from a book. So just look forward for my new book that is definitely coming out. So I'm not seeing anything much coming through in the chat. So just gonna actually give this another 30 seconds for it to reach over to you guys, and then I'm gonna actually close out this live stream. If I know. I'm actually seeing some questions in the chat. Who David Richardson? Who is that person? I don't actually know that name, but it seems like somebody that know me. They're saying good night. Good night to you. Let me know in the chat exactly who is that. I'm seeing Sydney is asking me a question. Sydney is saying, will the book be available in Audible version as well? Well, we're definitely going to make the book available in the audio version as well. Remember, it's going to be on Amazon, so it's going to be Audible plus PDF plus the entire plus the hard copy book. Whole works. Everything is going to be available on Amazon. So, Sydney, is it that you're going to want a copy of the book? Oh, Lemonis, are you named David Richards? Yeah, big up yourself, bro. So, any other questions? Let me know in the chat. I'll play in the music for about 30 seconds while I'm watching the chat.